You're gonna dig.
Oh my gosh, yeah, steady employment's a big one, and a valid visa.
And for us to be able to navigate the place without knowing the language has been, that's a good thing. You know, even though there should be, you would think that there would be more English speakers, but it's also arrogant on our part not to know any Chinese and come 8,000 miles, you know, so the yin and the yang, I guess. But on the whole, man, this place is vibrant. It's a vibrant place. I think it's a lot of change is going to come in this country for the next 8 years, especially toward the West. And we're experiencing that with this internet thing. But I like China. I'm blessed to be here at this age, and I'm enjoying it also, you know.
I really like the attention. Like when people just like take pictures of me and just like stare at me. I kind of enjoy it. It's like one of my guilty pleasures. But yeah, so I mean that's that, and that's what I like the most about China. And all.
I do feel celebrated in China. After all of that, I do feel kind of celebrated. You know, like, oh, you know, yay. They make you feel special, which is nice. I think it also has to do with working with the kids. The kids here are really, really innocent, so you don't have kids like back home that have been so exposed and whatnot. So they're really, really sweet.
We here, we rocking out Strawberry Festival. Shenzhen! Shenzhen Rin's right now there. We got some Shenzhen Rin. Shenzhen Rin, Julia. Yeah. Shenzhen, come on. Come on, come on. Turn down for what?
And I mean, you can go to Sichuan, the panda reserve. You can hold a panda in your arms. When are you ever going to get to hold a panda in your arms? You have to pay for it, but you get to hold a panda.
You can make your dreams come true in China.
There's a hustle to be made out here. You can begin any business, you can prosper with anything out here if you're focused on making it prosper. Like, it could work. There's a lot of opportunities out here besides teaching. I don't know one person that has come out to China for one thing and done only that in their time of being here. Export is big for all countries, even if America is a bit more, but there's still a lot of things that Americans are looking for that you can provide from out here. And like living here, learning the language, learning different areas in the city, different markets and different places to industrialize, it really can, financial prosperity, I preach it. It definitely can work in your advantage.
For me, there's room here for musicians and artists that aren't available in America. So I would much rather stay in China and develop my artistry than to go to America and be suffocated and still trying to do the same thing, because everybody, I won't say everybody and generalize, but if there's one position open, there's 20 people shooting for it in America. But right now in China, there's like 20 positions open and only one person that's really going for it. And more than likely they'll get the experience and the opportunity and they don't even really need to have so many credentials. Not just yet. I think as time goes by, then they're going to be asking for more. But for now, it's great. It's a great place to start.
I choreographed a dance for a charity function. I was raising money for an orphanage, and I never choreographed a dance before. I've been dancing my whole life, just as a battler, freestyle dancer, hip hop dancer. But I never choreographed my own, dance before. I'd done choreography before, but as far as like creating on my own, I never did it. And just being here and just somebody know that I could dance, that gave me the opportunity to do that. It was for a good cause, and I kind of always wanted to do it. And so it kind of gave me an opportunity to do little things that I like always kind of wanted to do, never really was able to do. Like back in America, I wasn't able to perform as much as I do here. And it's because there's just so many talented performers in America. There's a lot of talented people in China, don't get me wrong, but it's not like a lot of talented African American singers in China. It's not something that you see every day.
It is mad early. Like, if I wasn't up already, I wouldn't be up already. You know what I mean? No. Yeah. It was amazing. Tequila for breakfast every day.
The friends that I have made out here, like, they just the coolest. It had become harder for me to make friends back home because I'm like, I've just been having less and less to relate to people, and like the people out here, I feel like I have more to talk about. They have more kind of worldly experiences, and having conversations that kind of matter to me.
There are other foreigners that are really, really close by to me, and I like the church that I actually joined and my Bible study.
Some Chinese people are really great. Like, you meet some really cool people here. That's what I like as well.
And then once you make Chinese friends, they're really nice, and they're warm, and they're kind, and they try to include you in everything that they do.
I've made some really good relationships here, some really good friends that I hope that for a long time we'll continue to be friends. And even when I was back home, using WeChat, like, hey, how are you? When are you coming home? China. When are you coming back? We miss you, and blah, 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 and just having that cultural exchange. It's been really important. It's been really cool.
I can't find a ramen burger, so I just got ramen and a burger.
Food here is pretty good. When you get some good food, the food here can be really, really good.
What else? The food?
Food. I like Chinese food.
I do like the food. I do like the food.
The food. I definitely like the food. The food has been amazing.
Roll, that's the joint. Fresh fruit, it's so delicious. Ooh, fruit is cheap.
I kind of like the diet too, like with the food. It's not like overly fattening when it comes, like in America we have so much bread, so much carbs and stuff, but here it's just like, yeah, have some rice and a little bit of meat and some vegetables and you'll be happy. It's actually quite filling.
I love how different every province, their food is so different.
You can get beef and broccoli, and you can get sweet and sour chicken and wonton soup and sesame whatever if you look in the right places. But real Chinese food is so much more varied, and the flavors are so much more like amazing and genuine, and especially when people cook for you. Chinese food is just amazing. Like when I'm in the US, I miss actual Chinese food, and you classify Chinese food into two types: American Chinese food, which is basically every Chinese restaurant you've ever ordered from in your life if you're American, or actual Chinese food, which is food that you can get from Chinatowns in larger cities, or from Chinatown itself. Chinese food is amazing.
First it was like super greasy, and like I didn't know what to order, like, because if you go to the restaurant you see the characters, you can't, and you don't understand, you just like point at something. One time I ordered like pig heart soup, and I was like, oh, shady. So, but once I learned how to order the food and like what to eat, what not to eat, I'm obsessed with the food. I like the tea, which is delicious and fun. Inexpensive cost of living.
Shit is cheap.
Everything is made in China, so it's like
like food and like clothes and like electronics.
Like I said, cheap knockoffs in China are amazing. You can get a lot of really nice like jade and jewelry goods, a lot of like the paintings and the Chinese weavings and the crochets are really nice. A lot of the factories to make American products are in China, so you can go directly to the factory and get it from the source for a huge amount cheaper than you would have to buy in an American store or even in a China store.
Although the quality of their clothes might not be good, you can find a lot of things out here that you wouldn't be able to find. Hair, for the main part. Brazilian, Peruvian, virgin Remy's, virgins Remy's. You can find all kinds of madness out here. Like there's a source pouring from China that they don't even value as much as I do.
But spas and like outlets that you go to for beauty, massage cheap, an hour massage for $15, $15 US. Facials really cheap. You can get like a membership to a spa for something like a 2 or 3 months membership to a spa for $150, $200 US. It's extremely cheap. Do like your nails, your makeup, your hair, all for super cheap because that's kind of what Chinese women live for, to like make themselves over. So that's always really, really cheap and nice. Public transportation, really good in China, really good.
The subways, the metro system can take you anywhere. You literally don't need a car on it.
It's pretty easy to get around my town in Hangzhou, and I like where we live. It's not a big crowded city. We're kind of like on the outskirts of the city, but we can easily take a bus for like 15 minutes and get into the heart of it.
I mean, and I guess this is true of like most major cities, but growing up in Greensboro, like there was no metro. Like we had like a public bus or whatever, like that we could take if we wanted to go to places. But I just like love the freedom of having like a subway, like to get to wherever I want. And I was talking to my friends, and it's just so weird that like I travel like 45 minutes to an hour to like go out. But like home, that would be like, I'd be going to like a whole another like city, and like I would never do that to go out. But I do that like all the time here, and I just think it's like so interesting.
Ability to travel a little bit around this side of the world.
To get to Southeast Asia, you can easily travel to Beijing, go to Korea. It might be cheaper to get a flight to those other countries like Japan than it is to get a flight from down here.
Ridiculously cheap. Round trip ticket to Thailand, round trip ticket to Vietnam. If you buy it at the right time, less than $100 US.
I took 6 trips to Thailand in less than a year.
Visit like Cambodia or Vietnam or Thailand because like you'll never really get that chance to do it if you're back home because it's so far, but here everything is so close. And they're amazing places. So